Hello everybody, I hope you're well and welcome back to another one of our videos. You are watching me, Dave, and I make metal detecting videos and historical videos. So you'll probably remember in my last video we went to St. Catherine's Chapel in Lydiate. Well, this is a bit of a follow-up part 2 to that video because I did talk about an old hall in the woods, and there was an underground tunnel that legend had went from this St. Catherine's Chapel to the old hall in the woods. So this is part 2 to that video. We'll see you when we're there and you're watching the Detectits. Right everyone, we're finally here. We're on the grounds. These grounds that the hall is situated in is on Lydiate Hall Farm in Lydiate. It's situated on the main road that leads into Southport, and we're probably about 5 minutes away. I'll just give you a little look around there. So there's lots of little paths that lead through this wood. Pretty nice place to come and clear your head or to get out for your daily exercise. It is still open, but yeah, highly recommend visiting here, and we'll see you in a minute. Right guys, so we're finally here. Bit of history for you. Lydiate Hall was a 16th century hall in Lydiate, Merseyside, England, and the hall was a black and white, half-timbered house and was similar in design to Speke Hall. The hall was accompanied by a private chapel, and it was known Catholic house during the time of Elizabeth I of England, and the building contained at least 3 priest holes. The hall became a ruin in the early 20th century and is now part of the grounds of Lydiate Hall Farm on Southport Road in Lydiate. It is now part of the conservation area along with the nearby Scotch Piper Inn, which I mentioned in the previous video, along with St. Catherine's Chapel, and its rooms were Grade 2 listed in 1968. So let's take a look. This is just one of the main features here that I absolutely love to come and see. It's obviously a large fireplace, and just look how big this room would have been. You can still see all the brickwork there, the outline. It's absolutely huge. This hall would have been built sort of like all the way around there, and there would have been a courtyard in the middle, hence the well. And legend has it that one of those little exit routes that go from St. Catherine's Chapel actually came to this well, which goes quite a long way down there. So this is another one of the rooms, again, with a really large fireplace. You can see where the next floor would have been another fireplace in that room there. It goes really high. Probably one of the best well preserved rooms on this on these grounds. So another little bit of history. The building was constructed in the 15th and 16th century and was altered in the 19th century. The building was set out in an L shape as of the 20th century, and the foundations exist along with the brick and stone structure with 19th century windows on the ground and first floor. The timber framed hall was completely demolished. A partial collar and strut roof with moulded tie beams remained as of 1985, as well as a Tudor headed fireplace with shield and cornice and a 19th century range. Just look at that. And I bet half of the people that passed through here wouldn't even know it was still standing. There's another fireplace there. They definitely liked their fireplaces back in the days. As we move into this little compact space here, you can actually see the brickwork to the original windows. So, coming around the rear end of Lydiate Hall, I'm told this would have been the kitchen. How true that is, I don't know, but that's what it says on the board over there. Again, some other type of fireplace. I bet that goes well up. And then we find ourselves back at the well. So we've got one final thing to show you just before we head through the gardens again. Show you some of the routes you can take through this wood. This is probably the best condition standing gable end with all the windows in of Lydiate Hall. And just look at the detail on that. It is pretty overgrown and derelict, but such a beautiful design. You can almost picture exactly what this would have looked like back in the day. It would have been a really, really grand house. So, there are actually 7 areas marked around the hall that are listed as gardens. The gardens are full of wildlife. You'll find hedgehogs out here in the day, as well as pheasants, rabbits, you name it, you'll find it in here. Also, another good thing to come and try and spot is the fungi. Loads of different type of mushrooms that grow here, and it's generally just a really nice day out where you can clear your mind, or, as I said, just go for a quiet stroll. So, enough of me. Let's have a little look at the gardens. So we're currently at the large central garden, which is absolutely full of bluebells as far as the eye can see there. That's closest to Lydiate Hall itself. And I'm trying to watch where I'm standing here, but this garden, some of the trees in it, as you can see, are absolutely huge. It must date back a few hundred years. Here's one of the trees I'm on about. I think it's possibly a yew tree. And you can just about see how big this would have been. I mean, I can pretty much fit right inside it. Just tried to attempt to go down 2 of the other footpaths just back there. And unfortunately, they are fully overgrown. There we are. Just about get through this bit. Coming away from these central gardens, I'm just going to show everybody this because I know the majority of the people watching this will be doing will normally be doing metal detecting. This is a field I'm yet to get permission on. It's an absolute beauty, and if you walk in that direction, that's exactly where we did the last video, over at the Lydiate Abbey, St. Catherine's Chapel. So, with a bit of luck, hopefully, some point in the future, we'll get on that field. I know there has been a couple of fields metal detected in this area in the past, and some of the finds that they found on those days, they're actually in the Lydiate tea shop, where you can get a breakfast or whatever you want, cup of tea, bit of a scone. Yeah, I won't spoil it for you, but some of the finds they found, I think they had a skeleton key, quite nice looking key. They've got it in a display case, and they also found some thimbles, some which are silver, really nice designs on them. Also, if you get a chance and you want to do a little bit more research, or maybe follow up on exactly what's being excavated from this area, you can check it out in the Liverpool Museum. There's a full wall of all sorts that was found on this ground. Anything from beams and items that were found within the gardens, so check it out. So there's only one more thing to tell you just before we end this video, and that's for all you ghost hunters out there or believers of the paranormal. I've heard stories because my other half, she actually used to work in the tea shop. So apparently the grounds and the gardens of Lydiate Hall are haunted, from what I've heard. And apparently one member of staff actually left because she thought she'd seen a monk within the grounds. How true that was, I don't know, but that's what I'm told. So yeah, you never know. You might come across Lydiate Hall's monk. Right guys, that is going to be it from me today. As always, a big thumbs up from me and a thank you for watching this video. If you haven't already, please do hit the like and subscribe button here. And until next time, from me and Tom, hope you're all well, stay safe, and we will see you soon. Cheers.